Comm is Bud Mercer, the Assistant Commissioner for the RCMP's Vancouver 2010 Integrated Security Unit. But Gary Russell Mercer, the top cop of the 2010 Winter Olympics, has an intriguing 34-year career with policing across Canada. The 53-year-old St. John's, Newfoundland native was involved in some of British Columbia's most notorious civil unrest incidents, including Gustafson Lake, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit riot, and the War in the Woods in the Iloho Valley. Mercer's career was about to change in September 2007 when he got a call about an opportunity to lead the security force for the 2010 Winter Olympics.
I received a phone call in September saying that there was going to be a change at the top in the ISU and what I consider the position. And the way they had done it is that the RCMP was going to select the short list, and then they were turning the selection process over to the provincial, the federal government, and VANOC. So actually it was probably the most different interview I've ever, because all of my interviews have been before city council, you know, to be the chief of police, or by the RCMP if you're going to be promoted.
At the Gustafson Lake standoff, Mercer had to disable a red pickup truck used for transporting water and firewood. While tracking Pitawanakat and Bronson, bullets were landing around them. Mercer had to make a decision.
I was tracking them, and we broke through the bush into a clearing on the edge of actually Gustafson Lake. Right, and there they were right in front of me. And just as I went to unleash them, the bullets started flying. So the bullets were landing around me. So it wasn't a matter of sacrificing the dog. We needed to get out of there. Because I could see the individuals that were firing. They were across the lake, leaning over a vehicle. And there was a couple of them that were leaning over the hood of the vehicles, firing on us. And so it wasn't a matter of saving the dog. It was time to regroup and retreat a bit. These two individuals weren't worth it.
Mercer's extensive experience with crowd control, from the Stanley Cup riot to APEC.
You're 2 to 3 hours in pretty heavy tear gas, wearing helmets and masks, so it's not one thing, it's a combination of many things. But it's exciting too, right? It's exciting too. It's when you think of a crowd control unit, nobody wants to be in a riot, but you train for it. And you train so that you're prepared if it ever does come to be. And I have been in that situation as well.
Mercer directly controls more than half of the $900 million security budget for the 2010 Games and is commander for 16,500 people, both private and public.
I think we'll all be finished. The team and I will be finished probably by June of next year. We'll be able to finish the final reports, the final finance reports, everything that's required of us both externally and internally by the RCMP. I think we should have all that done by the end of June, and to be perfectly honest, I have not had a discussion with anybody about the what next. I've got this job right now and I need to focus on it.
Ultimately, Mercer's legacy will be decided by the successes and failures of the biggest peacetime police and military operation on Canadian soil. Bob Mackin, Sun Media, Vancouver.